in the Darby area. Let me just reiterate what I said. Welcome to the Lrtn, and I'm here with two incredible guys. We got Don and Jeremy. We're going to be having a little short interview with them. They're going to be telling us about the new program that they have going on. And I want you to sit back, relax, and take some good information, share the video, let somebody know that the Lrtn is live, and we'll have a breaking news. If you look on the screen, you're going to see the breaking news sound. This is very important for the community. So the guy holding the mic is called Jeremy. So I will have Jeremy to just tell us a little bit about yourself, and from there we will continue to the next person. So Jeremy.
Hi, good morning. My name's Jeremy Newberg. I am the CEO of Capital Access, and we are the contracted program manager of the Emergency Rental Assistance Program serving Delaware County. The United States Treasury and Commonwealth of Pennsylvania provided $37 million to help renters with rent and utility assistance. This assistance can go as far back as March of 2020, and we can do past due rent and then up to 3 months of future rent, up to 15 months of assistance. So come on down to the Multicultural Family Services Center. We're doing in-person application intake, or you can apply online to www.delco-era.com. We have already produced 2,400 in grants for $18 million, and I am happy to announce that the U.S. Treasury and Commonwealth of Pennsylvania have allocated an additional $11.9 million in addition to the $37 million. Plenty of money to help people in need. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. So let me say this. How long is the program going to last for?
As long as we spend the money, get the money spent. With the second round of money, we will actually be able to provide 18 months of assistance. So an applicant could return every 3 months for assistance if they have the need. And the need is housing instability. You're behind on your rent, you're behind on your utilities, you're struggling due to COVID, you might have lost your job or your hours were reduced. Those are all very legitimate reasons to get assistance.
Okay, so if
you're unemployed, or let's say you worked in a restaurant and your hours got cut back, or let's say you have someone in your household that got COVID and is sick and you couldn't work. There are a number of reasons how this pandemic has hurt people and their ability to earn a stable income.
All right, I'll get the microphone to Mr. Don. Mr. Don, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for having us.
A little bit about yourself.
Yep.
Folks know who you are.
All right.
Don?
My name is Don Dennis. I am the former president of the Liberian community here in Pennsylvania, and now the national president of UNICO, that stands for United Nima Citizen Council in the diaspora.
Okay, so what's your role? You are sitting here today, and what's your role being part of this program?
Yeah, UNICO being a member of the Delaware County Immigrant Coalition, which is an organization, and UNICO also a subcontractor to the ERA program through the Multicultural and Family Services program. So we just concluded our event, our ERA event on last week Saturday, which was July 17 in Springfield. And this program is for everyone, particularly in our immigrant community. We tend to be so laid back when there was grant and the opportunity in regards to grant for our family. So we decided to be a part of this program through Multicultural and Family Services, so that we can be the outreacher, so that we can help with the pre-registration process, so that we can be the one to interpret the information to the level of our families and friends' understanding, so that they too can benefit from it. Because this is a free money, it's a grant that is coming to the community and the immigrant community in the Delaware County area. So UNICO came on board, and we were very successful in our ERA event. We were able to complete some application together with capital access. And now I'm here to also show support, which is why we organize the coalition, is to support one another event. So MCSFF was at UNICO's event. So today UNICO is at the multicultural event, and tomorrow UNICO will also support another event. So that's how the coalition was structured. So that's why I'm here today.
Let's go back to Mr. Jeremy.
Thank you.
Mr. Jeremy,
Yes.
tell our audience, what is the process in coming to a club? What do you need to do? Go ahead.
Sure. So you can apply online, and you can also come in person every Saturday for an in-person application intake. What you need to bring is a lease. It's very important that you have a lease that shows where you live, the date of the lease, and what is your rent. The second, if you want utility assistance, your PICO bill, or if you are with Aqua or Chester Water, any statement. Then some photo ID, though with the immigrant community, we will allow alternative sources of identification. I have trained my staff to figure out ways to get to yes rather than to get to no. So we're going to work with you. So 1, identification, 2, a lease, 3, a utility statement, and then 4, evidence of your income. That can be unemployment, that can be disability, that can be a pay stub. The best is your 2020 IRS tax return. Again, we will help you with those documents. And then if you have, if you're going through eviction, we need your docket number. We are working with the courts where a condition of getting this grant is that the landlord releases their claim for eviction, so you don't have that hanging over your head. And I just want to make a statement. There is no shame in applying for assistance. This is a once-in-a-century pandemic that is turning not only our country, but the world upside down. There is no shame in asking for help. My commitment, the commitment of Delaware County, and with UNICO and the Multicultural Family Services Center, is that we work with you with a sense of respect and dignity to get you the help you need.
Okay. So let me come back to now.
Yeah.
So you want a bigger platform. You have a lot of folks in the Delaware County watching.
Yes.
And listening to you.
Yeah.
Can you speak about it?
Yeah, sure.
Can you speak a little bit of your dialect and tell them exactly, because like some folks who know unfortunately we're right on the side.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you hear the back feet, so the audience, just be patient.
Yeah.
Talk to them a little bit about in your dialect, just telling them what is going on here, why are you here?
Mesare kago nima kago labia ka brabo ameka dama ka bra ma wele be unto dan Dennis man to nima mesare o kwiplose wa pleasant gbe me you know upper derby so ka in menu ren wa koson be eduaduo he wa mo go bill ba yinu go get anu sienu be ason be wa mo go oyigbe kuna wa yuoko be yuoko sibe awo wa yuoko me azon wa cancer be you know ze gbe be ka in gbo ba ka on kwide be wan da na be na film go mla nu me ka me oyigbe kuna ko nka pogba o lainu ge anu yinu ba amo wan be ki nu ze gbe ki kude ki poro ki gbo ba. So Messada, it got Delaware, it will help you got to Delaware County to a Derby, Upper Derby, Lansdowne, Yading, Chester, Fourth then to a Delaware County. Look at you kuna or by rem what I pull out ye plan, call rem, go sugar, or by you know that kind about gas can, wouldn't use a band, you will help you. They are Porsche Camara be about Offigu Upper Derby they back man but you know go 10 by the idea who don't want ba parce que vous savez que doit dire mais pour nous ka da ya yibe ya da you no kapie ka pa de nous se to mais e wo yigbe ku na wa Europe you are on the coronavirus the COVID-19 be o yigbe ku na wa Europe o yigbe ku ko mu ka or bill mu ka be you know se gba kan you happy so kazu ka todo da kanu yitu so kun you go so one ka gbe ka yigbe aka so ya you no ibia ka kazu ka todo da un to dan.
So let's come back to Mr. Jeremy. Mr. Jeremy, we have some folks in the community who are not our own document immigrants. How does the grant affect them? How do they get well?
Delaware County Emergency Rental Assistance does not request any information on your immigration status. It has no bearing. All we need is identification to verify who you are and where you live. You need to live in Delaware County, and then we'll go from there. So immigration status does not factor, and we have no communication with any immigration authorities. It's just not part of the program.
Okay, now the funds, when they get the funds, do the funds go directly to the individual or it goes directly to the landlord?
The money is paid directly to the landlord. Probably in August, if a tenant has a landlord that is either unresponsive or uncooperative, we are probably moving towards, in certain situations, making payments directly to the tenants. And we'll be providing guidance on that in August. With the new ERA 2 money, the U.S. Treasury does require that we offer that as an option. We just want to make sure the money goes to pay rent and nothing else.
Okay, so Jeremy, unfortunately, Jeremy is the CEO. He's running the whole show, and I think you need it in there. So I'm going to go for commercial break, let you go, and we'll continue with Don.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and we're back with Mr. Don, who is one of the eminent leaders in the Liberian community. I think you heard the guy speaking. What was that, man?
Don.
Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don. But what you were speaking was that?
Yeah, Don. Gil. People
Gil.
call it Gil, but it's actually Don.
Okay, so you were speaking Gil, and I hope you guys listen to the Gil. Because I don't understand Gil. I don't know what he was saying.
It's Don, yeah. Yeah.
So the multicultural family have been very instrumental in the Liberian community.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And a lot of folks out there don't know the multicultural and functional running. You've been working with them. So let's speak a little bit about some of the work they do here. All right?
Yeah.
If you have any idea on what you do, because you've been working along with them for a long time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And thank you very much for the question. And what remains here is that we should continue to praise people for what they have done and continue to do for the community, particularly the Liberian community, immigrant community here in the Delaware County. And I must applaud the Multicultural Family Services for what they have done, continue to do for the community. As we speak now, they do a food drive. They have a food bank here. And before the food bank, it used to be all the American kind of food, cheese and cereals and burgers and all of that. But now, because of their intervention, we are actually getting pack of fufu, bags of rice, palm butter, sardines, you name it, here. And I think it's done twice a week. So our people come here, the immigrant community come here, and they pick up these items here weekly. So we must applaud them. They're also involved into the immigration process. They help people. They host hires and other immigration services or agencies here, and they come and help with the citizenship and the other immigration documentation here. They are very, very involved in the Liberian community. In 2014, for the first time, they were able to help us work with the Liberian community to host the Liberian Independence Day here in Philadelphia for the first time in history here in Philadelphia. And she was, Mrs. Kamara served as a co-chair on our committee. So I want to just applaud them. And this time around, not too long ago, we organized this group called the Delaware County Immigrant Coalition, DCRC. And that group were mainly to outreach to our immigrant community for the vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccine outreach. And we did that successfully. We have a lot of immigrant community organizations that came and participated in that outreach, and were very successful. Now around, this grant came about, this emergency rental assistance program came about, and immediately Multicultural and Family Services took the lead on this, and they invited other organizations, including UNICO, to be a part. And the reason why is that we want our people to be comfortable. We want them to come to the application site and see familiar faces in their community. And that's one reason why UNICO and MCSF and Multicultural Family Services got involved. And not only two of us, yes.
It's a very good point, because sometimes those places where you go in there and you have all different folks in there, they don't look like you,
yes,
completely different.
Yes.
It's a good thing to come here and see that you're going to sit down with a Liberian somebody who will be there to guide you and tell you exactly what to do.
Yeah.
So being on here and being a Liberian and a permanent person in the community, that's a very good thing you're saying that.
Yeah.
And, so will you talk a little bit about that so people can know that they can come here?
Yeah.
They don't have to be scared or anything. And they can stress on something you talk about. People being very ashamed.
Yeah.
The welfare program.
Yeah.
I don't want for people to know that I'm telling I don't pay my rent.
Yeah.
They're going to be saying, so talk on that. You know how people,
No.
most of them will be a little bit shy.
Yeah.
They want to come in the evening when nobody's around.
Yeah.
So just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm here. Even me, Don Dennis, if this program was available for people in Delaware County that pay that in arrear in mortgage program, I was going to come and apply for it. This is a grant. This is not a program where people should be ashamed. Come, we are here to help you. We are here. And if you have it's a language barrier, we're here to do interpretation in the various dialects or languages here at the various site. So this is a grant program because we were hit very, very hard from this virus. And not only the United States, the world as a whole. So there's no need for people to be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Wherever you are, and I'm speaking to you, my viewer, directly, come, come, apply. There's nothing to say you're not qualified than to stay away and grieve within. If I had known, take that away. I don't want to hear if I had known I was going to apply. If you come and ask down, oh, did you apply for the ERA program in Delaware County? Oh, yes, I applied. I got $6,000. You know, the program for one year. Oh my God, if I had known I was going to apply, because they reached out to me, but I was so shy, I was ashamed. Don't be ashamed. There are people who make 100,000, 80,000, 75,000, and they are still applying. Because why? Their bills were not paid. Because why? They skipped a month of rent, 2 months, 3 months. And because why? Their hours were cut down due to some reason in the family. Some family emergency due to COVID or other medical issues. Don't be ashamed. Come, we are here to help, and we will be there to help with the pre-registration process. And then if you go to do the application process, if you need some clarification, we will be here to help you. So come and take advantage of this program.
Just to piggyback on that, because I'm sitting here and I went in there and I see a lot of Americans in the community that's coming showing up.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at to see we have Liberians coming in and all of that. And I hope they will listen to you and take it very seriously to come in now. One thing is, Liberian television number is part of the coalition for Delaware County.
Oh, great.
So that's why we show up to events and things that are happening here.
Yeah.
So what will you be looking forward to for the network? How will the network play the role? What role would you expect the network to play in being a part of the coalition?
In this coalition, particularly, I'm focusing on the Liberian immigrant community. We have a lot of our people who may have a language barrier, who may be shying away because they don't have, oh, I don't have my document. This is not about documentation, like you heard the manager said. It's because of what you can present. You may not have the legal other status, like you may think in your mind that you're here illegally, but according to status code, you may be in a very good standing, a legal standing to apply for all the benefits. So we are asking you to come. And what we want to have you guys do for us is that encourage us, reach out to us to see if we can do more translation into the dialect or into other languages like the Mandingo, like the Kran, like Dan, the Mano, the Pele, the Kru, the Sapo, the Grebo, the Bassa. There are organizations here that are leading those people, and we can also identify them to you guys, and you can reach out to them to do the interpretation or translation in their respective dialects. That will help our people to come and apply for this grant. This grant is the money that our people need, and we don't want them to miss out on this. You know what happened with grant is that if the money is not spent, what will happen is the government will take it back. They said the people don't need it, and that's what we don't want. So we want you guys to actually help us with the outreaching, to reach to our people, so that we can make sure that we get this done. Our people are in need, and when they come to somebody's site, they will see people like me. They will have familiar faces, and people that they trust in the community will be here to help them with translation and document and other assistance.
So we want to say thank you very much for being on the Lrtn.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
We are part of the coalition, and we hope this is not the first time. We'll always be working with you guys.
Thank you.
And the platform is open to everybody.
Thank you. And
it's something that will build up in the community.
Thank you.
To help everybody. Everybody can be everywhere.
No.
But everybody have cell phone or
Yes.
TV that they're able to sit and get the information on exactly what's going on.
Thank you.
In the community.
Thank you.
So in the Pennsylvania, in the tri-state area,
Yes.
this is a little network we have.
Thank you.
We're working and we need support from everybody. So I'm going to take a quick break.
Okay.
I'm going to take the folks in there to show them exactly what's going on.
Thank you, and thank you for having
What's up,
me.
my Philadelphians? It's your boy McGarris and your boy Cash. We just want to take the time to just promote or get you guys to go out and take your COVID vaccine. COVID is very serious here, especially in the Philadelphia or tri-state area, I should say. Please go out and take your vaccine. The CDC has just released new guidelines that people who are fully vaccinated can go into areas without wearing masks. I'm sure you guys want to go out and have a good time, and it's summertime and we are all outside. So definitely do your due diligence and go get your COVID vaccine.
Yes, sir. What the man said, that's true. It's real, man. Go out there and get your vaccine, all right?
let you know this is what happened in here. We got the Multicultural Family Services, and you see folks coming in to apply for the assistance loan we talked about. So below here you see people from all different races, different communities coming in here. We want to encourage Liberians out there. If you live in the Delaware County area, the Upper Valley area, you see folks from different places. You want to come in and see if you can apply. That's something. Get yourself together. So I'm just giving you a little quick review on what's happening in here. This is one of the sections. You come in and do your application. You talk to folks, and they will take you in inside and show you exactly what's happening. So this is what happening in Squat. Everybody outside here. So keep watching and we'll get you more information on what's coming up.
What's up, my Philadelphians? It's your boy McGarris and your boy Cash. We just want to take the time to just promote or get you guys to go out and take your COVID vaccine. COVID is very serious here, especially in the Philadelphia or tri-state area, I should say. Please go out and take your vaccine. The CDC has just released new guidelines that people who are fully vaccinated can go into areas without wearing masks. I'm sure you guys want to go out and have a good time, and it's summertime and we are all outside. So definitely do your due diligence and go get your COVID vaccine.
It's real. What the man said, that's true. It's real.
Okay, everybody, we're back, and I'm here with some wonderful ladies, and we're going to ask them a little bit about themselves, and they're going to tell us a little bit on what's happening. So the lady sitting right on the camera right now. How you doing? How you doing?
What?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. Okay, so tell our audience a little bit about yourself. Who are you?
My name is Ann Kariuki from the Kenyan community. and I am a lawyer by profession, although I run another non-profit.
Okay.
But right now, I'm part of the coalition, Delaware County Immigration Coalition. We are partners.
Okay. So what are you doing here today? What is the goal today? You coming over here, explain to our viewers a little bit.
Our goal today is to try and reach, for me, I'm targeting the Kenyan community who are having hardships in paying rent because of the COVID. And so our main goal here, we have, like for the Kenyan community, we pre-registered, and now we are coming here so that the application can be processed.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the Kenyan community. The Kenyan community. Tell us a little bit about the Kenyan community in the Delaware County area.
The Kenyan community in Delaware County, they mainly work in the healthcare sector, and the healthcare sector was heavily impacted by COVID because there were very many restrictions in working in facilities to stop the spread of COVID. And again, they take care of the people in their homes. A lot of people were not working, so they were able to work or take care of their people who are in need, so their hours were drastically cut down. Other clients feared, bringing people outside, so because of COVID. So they were heavily impacted by COVID because the jobs that they do are not the jobs that you can work from home.
Okay. So do you have a special language you speak?
Swahili.
Swahili. Can you talk to your community and tell them, encourage them to come here, and tell them why they need to come here? Can you say that in your local tone?
Sasa tunazungumzia Wakenya.
Look at the camera and talk to them. Look at the camera here, talk to them.
Okay, sasa nazungumzia community yetu ya Wakenya kuambia msipate tabu kwa ajili hamwezi kulipa kodi ya nyumba. Kuko na pesa zinapewana zinaitwa Emergency Rental Assistance Fund, na mkitaka kusaidiwa mnaweza kunicontact, nitawapatia namba yangu, muje tuwasaidie. Hakuna haja ya kupata tabu peke yako, kwa ajili hizi pesa zinasaidia watu wale wote walipoteza kazi au walipata tabu kwa ajili ya ule ugonjwa wa COVID-19. Asanteni sana Wakenya wangu.
Thank you very much. And let's pass the mic over to the wonderful lady sitting right there. Okay, this wonderful and beautiful lady want to tell us a whole lot about herself. So, welcome to the Lrtn. This is not your first time, I think. You've been on here before. So, tell us a little bit about your existence and what are you all about with the program.
Yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Lrtn. I'm from India. I represent Asian community in Upper Derby. I am an ESL and citizenship facilitator at MCFS. I have been working with MCFS since 2013. So today we are hosting an event, emergency rental assistance event. We are helping people to pre-register and to do the application for if they are falling behind on their rent. So I want to request everyone that if you are falling behind, if you were impacted by COVID-19, please come to MCFS today, and we have people from Capital Access. They will help you to do the pre-registration and to complete the application process.
Okay, I was asking the guy about, I was asking him about those who live in the community who are undocumented.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Those who are undocumented. They have folks that live here, they don't have documents. So is there any way you can talk to them in your local language, or any way that whether you have a document or you don't have documents, they still come and apply? Can you say something for them?
Okay, in Punjabi?
Yeah.
Okay. ਸੋ ਜੋ ਲੋਕ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਪਰ ਡਰਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਲਟੀਕਲਚਰਲ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੋਸਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਰੋਨਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜੌਬ ਗਈ ਜਾਂ ਉਹ ਰੈਂਟ ਪੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਪਾਏ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਅਪ੍ਰੈਲ ਤੋਂ ਰੈਂਟ ਪੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇ ਅਕੋਰਡਿੰਗ 12 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਉਹ ਰੈਂਟ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ ਪਾਸ ਡਿਊ ਔਰ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਫਿਊਚਰ ਦਾ ਵੀ 3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਰੈਂਟ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ। ਤੇ ਜਸਟ ਇਮੇਜਿਨ ਕਿ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 1 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਰੈਂਟ ਪੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ 4 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਤੱਕ ਦਾ ਰੈਂਟ ਮਿਲੇਗਾ। ਇਹ ਰੈਂਟ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੈਂਡਲੋਰਡ ਨੂੰ ਆਏਗਾ ਪਿਛਲੇ 12 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਤੇ 3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਆਲ ਟੁਗੇਦਰ 15 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਤੱਕ ਦਾ ਰੈਂਟ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੈਂਡਲੋਰਡ ਨੂੰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ। ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਜਿਸਟਰਡ ਟੈਨੈਂਟ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਕਾਨ ਮਾਲਿਕ ਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਰਜਿਸਟਰਡ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਪਰ ਡਰਬੀ 'ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੰਪਲੀਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਸਾਡਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈਗਾ 4844618660। Now I'm gonna talk in Hindi. Yes, that's our national language in India. So आप लोगों के लिए ये प्रोग्राम है आज अपर डर्बी में मल्टीकल्चरल कम्युनिटी फैमिली सर्विसेज 7016 टर्मिनल स्क्वायर अपर डर्बी 19082। अगर आप लोगों को कोरोना की वजह से आपकी जॉब गई या आप रेंट पे नहीं कर पाए पिछले महीने या इस साल भी अगर आप रेंट पे नहीं कर पाए तो आप ये गवर्नमेंट का प्रोग्राम है, आप हमारे पास आएँ अपनी आईडी वगैरह लेके और हमारे पास कैपिटल एक्सेस से पीपल हैं वो आपको हेल्प करेंगे प्री रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए और एप्लीकेशन के लिए। हमारा फ़ोन नंबर है 4844618660। आज हमारा इवेंट है 10 बजे से लेके 1 बजे तक। आप हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं और यहाँ पे आ भी सकते हैं। अगर आप अभी भी रेंट नहीं दे पा रहे, आपके पास जॉब नहीं है तो आप हमें कॉल करें तो हम आपको हेल्प कर सकेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच।
Okay. So now for the program, right? Is there a specific amount you know about that you can get? Can you get up to certain amount?
Yes.
Can you get up to
Yes.
12 months, 6 months, 1 month?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, I just mentioned that if you are falling behind on your rent, you couldn't pay rent because of COVID-19 last year, so you can get rent for 12 months. It's going to start from April 1st, 2020, and you can get 12 months past due rent and then 3 months for future. So altogether you can get up to 15 months. But your income, your income should be like 80% and low.
For 80%.
Yeah. Yes, medium of 80%. So the information is on the flyer. To be eligible for this program, you must be a Delco resident.
On this flyer?
Yes, you must be a Delco. No, we have a different flyer, and this has information for 11 organizations, their contact name and contact number. So this flyer is on the social media. And it says that the qualification for the program is like you must be a Delaware County residents and your income should be at or below 80% of the average medium. And if you are experiencing hardship due to COVID-19, you just need to bring your identification card. It should be valid state ID, green card, driver license or passport. And you can also go to www.delco-era.com.
Okay, I'm going to get the flyers and I'm going to put it on the website for people to follow and watch. And we want to say thank you for coming on. And this is not your first time. I know you always come. Fortunately, Lrtn Radio and Television was part of the coalition. So one thing before you leave, what would be your expectation for this network to help the coalition? Because you're from the Indian community.
Okay.
You know, how can we help their community?
Right now I just want to say that please spread the word because word of mouth is a very important and very wonderful tool about these kinds of events. We just want to know the immigrant community that we are here to help you. If you are falling behind on your rent or if you did not complete rental assistance application or other stuff, we are here to help you. Please inform others that please come to MCFS if you need any help. We are here to help you.
Okay, you
Thank
do the
you.
same. Inform your community, let them know the Lrtn, they can find us. We all in the community, anything that goes on, try to let folks know exactly what's going on. So thank you very much and thanks for having me.
What's up, my Philadelphians? It's your boy McGarris and your boy Cash. We just want to take the time to just promote or get you guys to go out and take your COVID vaccine. COVID is very serious here, especially in the Philadelphia or tri-state area, I should say. Please go out and take your vaccine. The CDC has just released new guidelines that people who are fully vaccinated can go into areas without wearing masks. I'm sure you guys want to go out and have a good time, and it's summertime and we are all outside. So definitely do your due diligence and go get your COVID vaccine.
It's real. What the man said, that's true. It's real, man. Go out there and get your vaccine, all right?
Okay, so, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with the wonderful and most talked about Posh, Posh from Kamara. And I hope Abamu is out there watching his cousin. Okay, Ms. Kamara, I know you called us to come up and be a part of the program today. So, tell us why is it, what is going on here with the whole rent assistance issue? Because you say rent, and you say assistant, people just want to come here and take their bag, come and tell you they owe 12 months, they owe 13 months. What is the process and who are qualified to come and get assistance? Yes.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to put the flyers on there. If you need me to put it on the screen, I'll put it
I
on.
think that would be great.
So let me put the flyers on the screen, all right? So you can talk about it. So the flyer is on the screen. So
Well, that is wonderful.
What's in your hands is on the screen.
What's in my hand is on the screen.
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson, certainly, as always, it's a pleasure to have you support the work of the Multicultural Community Family Services. I want to acknowledge the ongoing presence at our community events of the Lrtn and its staff. This is all about collaboration. This is all about making a collective impact. And when we support each other and when we work together, the outcome is indeed a collective impact on the community. I also want to, since you mentioned him, give a shout out to my cousin, Mr. Albert Moe Jr., a dear first cousin of mine, who also always, when information gets out to him, works in his own way to support outreach initiatives of the Multicultural Community Family Services. That being said, I think it is important as well to acknowledge the support that has been consistently given by the immigrant community and also by the general public in the work of the Multicultural Community Family Services. We thank our stakeholders representing, as I said, community residents, the legislative body, foundations, corporations, and other community partners. This work at the Multicultural Community Family Services would not be possible without the support of our stakeholders. We are here today to talk about the Delaware County Rental Assistance Program. I know that much has been said about it, and so my goal is not to repeat what other community leaders have shared, as well as what one of our partners, Capital Access, has already talked about publicly. What I do want to say is that at no time that I'm aware of, the government within the last decade or so has set aside, specifically as a result of the devastating impact of the COVID pandemic, the government has set aside funds to benefit renters. when I talk about benefit, I'm defining it as funds being made available to support renters who are behind on their rent because of COVID. Perhaps they may have been laid off, or their hours were cut short, as in underemployment, or perhaps they lost the loss of family member who was the primary wage earner. And all of those circumstances resulted into not being able to pay the rent, not just for 1 month, but for several months. And so as a result of a lot of federal policies or federal initiatives, this funding has been now made available to Delaware County, and I can say albeit throughout the nation. And we are very pleased that the Multicultural Community Family Services and its community partners, led by immigrant organizations and collectively known as the Delaware County Immigrant Coalition, were identified, Multicultural and its partners were identified to support targeted rental assistance, emergency rental assistance outreach to the immigrant community. That too is a first of its kind. And I say first of its kind because in the past, what has been the practice is to have the services often or generally provided by traditional service agencies, and with that, the expectation that immigrants would find those services, access those services, and then receive the help. We know that has not been normally the case.
That's been a major problem.
Absolutely. We know that for a very, very long time, we have had a problem with not just access, but with equitable access. We have been faced, we meaning the immigrant community, have been faced with significant barriers when it comes to accessing resources and services and programs that can uplift many of our community members out of their needs, be it poverty, be it unemployment, be it whatever the need is identified to be. And those barriers have really served to have many in our community not to benefit from those programs, not to benefit from those services. And so to have a recognition by Delaware County Council and by the Department of Human Services, the recognition that, you know what, the immigrant community has always and consistently been underserved. The immigrant community has had limited access to resources and services provided by the county. The immigrant community is underrepresented in resources, funding resources that are provided to other traditional service providers. And furthermore, a recognition that within the immigrant community lies the professional expertise and life experiences that, if outreached to and if given the ability to flex its capacity or grow its capacity, the work in supporting that community, marginalized, underserved community, would be one that would have a huge impact, not just on the residents, immigrant residents, but all of Delaware County. Because lifting up immigrant residents from supporting what the needs are is supporting the community at large, and it contributes not just to to their wellness, but it enhances the wellness of the entire community.
Okay, so let me ask you about you being a Liberian, and especially you know the Liberian community. How well are they accepting this? How is the flow of Liberians? And when is the program started? When you started this program?
You know, The Delaware County Emergency Rental Assistance Programs was launched on April 1st, 2021. And the response from the community overall, I think, has been positive, I would say. Some hesitancy at first, a little bit of distrust at first. Is this really happening? What do I need to submit so as I could benefit from this program? But we must remember that for the immigrant community, this is a process, right? It is a process in that this is not the norm for us. We are not very adept or good at asking for help. We traditionally have always been the helpers. We within our community have a very strong support network, and we reach out to one another and we support one another. And accessing governmental services is one that is, I would say, generally speaking, fairly new within the last 1 or 2 decades or so. So it is a new experience, and sometimes we recognize, because this has not been the norm within our community in terms of seeking help from the external community. We are good at reaching out internally, but not externally. It is going to take some time. But I think the more the awareness is out there, and the more aware we become that these services are one that benefits all, and they are put in place by the government to support us in our time of need. It is not one that is going to penalize us. Okay. It is not one that will identify us as immigrants or someday prevent us from accessing other services, but rather it is for all residents of Delaware County, and immigrants are residents too.
Let me ask you this. Like people, they will tell you, say, I don't want the people to know that I'm going to beg for money over there. So what would you say to the folks who are out there and if you are a bit shy? I'm putting a number, your address on the screen, and I'm also putting a number there to call. Do you really have to come in as a person to fill in the application, or can you sit home, can you go online? Is there any other way you can do it instead of coming in?
You can actually do both, but may I just pause for a second, and I really want us to capture the...
Let's take a little break.
Okay.
Then we'll be right back. Then we'll come back with something else.
Absolutely.
So we're back, and we're here with this beautiful lady sitting right here, who just went inside, and she came outside. She just took part in the rental assistance program. And can you tell our audience the name?
Oh, my name is Maya Frazier Blue. Maya Frazier Blue.
That's a nice name.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so you went in there and you did the application, right? Mm-hmm. How was the process?
It took a little bit, but it's all for to help me, so I was down for it.
Okay, so what they indicate staff in there helpful to you?
Yes, very, very.
Were you able to give all your necessary document and everything?
Yes.
Everything you needed?
Everything.
Okay, so you live in the community.
Right.
What would you say to folks in the community?
I would say coming here is very helpful. You know, the people here are nice. You can help. You know, I mean, not you can help, but people help you. Like if you want to go to college, you can get in college. If you want to, you know, you can apply, and they just help you. You fill out the application, you just get straight to it. It might take a little bit, but you know, it's all worth it.
So you came with your mom?
Hmm?
You came with your mom, right?
Right.
Okay, so you came directly for the rental assistance, right?
Right.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the hardship.
Say it again.
Tell us a little bit about the hardship. What led you to come here? Why you guys came here? Why? Why did you guys decide to come here?
Oh, we came here because we got word around that, you know, this was the place, you know, to come to go. So we was my mom had came here, and we tried it out, and it was very helpful, you know what I mean. So we kind of got word around to come here, so you know what I mean. We were suggested to come here.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you guys around. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, we're back with Ms. Portia Kamara, the CEO of Multi-Point Family Services in the Abu Dhabi community. So we're talking about Liberians and folks in Liberia, our Liberian folks in the community. I was asking you, what is how, you know, the process, whether you got to come in as a person or you can apply online.
Okay.
You know, because some of our people don't like to. You don't want people to see them, you know. It's like you're coming big for money. You know?
Right.
Oh, wow, she get paid her rent.
Right.
You know, she been walking around here, dressing and all of that. So just for you to get to that time to her and just tell them how you can do that.
I first want to dispel the myth or the misinformation. One, that this is not the Liberian people, the African people, the immigrant people begging for money. No. This is your tax dollars at work. Because you, as workers within the United States economy, you are paying your taxes every time you take pay. You pay income tax to the government. This is your income tax at work. The money that we pay every time we work, that money is being given back to us. So no, it is not begging. And is it an entitlement? Yes. But it's an entitlement that has been earned, that has been merited, in that we as employees within this great economic system of the United States have contributed to. And if we have not, our family members have. And so all we are at this moment are beneficiaries of the tax dollars that we have paid. And those tax dollars are now coming to benefit us in our time of need. So I want to stress, this is nothing to be ashamed of. You are not begging. This has nothing to do with immigrants. It has to do with all United States citizens, United States residents who have been negatively impacted by COVID when it comes to housing dollars. The process is very simple. And again, much has been said about that, and I do not want to repeat it. Yeah. But there are many of our partners, and I do not know if that flyer is also up, But the Immigrant Coalition and the Multicultural Community Family Services have a combination of at least 12 to 14 partners who are hosting on-site events, Facebook Live events, and other outreach activities to get the word out to our community. And I'm talking not just the African community, but the immigrant community at large, to raise awareness about this program and encourage all members of our community, the immigrant community, if they do have that need, to not be ashamed, to pick up the phone and call. You can call the Multicultural Community Family Services at 484-461-8660.
I got that on the screen. We have the address that's on the screen. If you want to look there, you'll see the address on the screen. So, let me ask you something, Ms. Kamara. Some folks, if you're evicted, if you have an apartment, and you are evicted from one of the apartment, is there any way to help? Can you get help or no?
At this time, no. If an individual has been evicted, that individual by definition is no longer a renter, right?
Yes.
So that individual must still be in his or her apartment or in the home or even one room. Even if you're living in one room, maybe Mr. Anderson, who is sitting before me, has John Doe, who is renting one room from Mr. Anderson at $300 a month. And John Doe hasn't been able to pay his rent for 6 months because he doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
Well, by definition, John Doe is a renter and Mr. Anderson is a landlord. And guess what? John Doe can get help too. Just because he doesn't have the lease for the whole house and he's only renting one room does not mean that he is not a renter. He is. So if you are behind on your rent, do not wait until you get evicted.
Yeah.
The rental assistance program for Delaware County is here. It is available for you. They can pay, as have been already disclosed, up to 12 months of back rent and 3 months of future rent, as well as one utility bill, the largest utility bill that you have that you are behind in. So my people, this is all about collective impact. We are doing this to impact our community. We are working together as a coalition, the Delaware County Immigrant Coalition, in partnership with Multicultural Community Family Services and in partnership with the Delaware County Department of Human Services to get the word out and to bring our people in. So we encourage you to make sure that you come out. This is your money that has been put to work for you. So please come out and participate. Take advantage of it. You can go online to the delco-era.com, if you can put that up, delco-era.com, and inquire about the program. Or you can call the Multicultural Community Family Services and inquire about the program. You can walk in here. We will help with pre-registration for you, as well as refer you to our other partners, community partners who are also hosting events. I know we are going to be hosting an event on the 31st of July, and there are other events that will be coming up in August. So again, this is your money. This is your tax dollars at work. You are not begging for it. You are receiving what has been given to you, but you must take the first step and ask. You must take the first step so that the process can work for you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor, for the warm interview. It was good, and I hope that the community will take this very seriously, come and make an impact, be a part of it, so they can benefit from it. And we're going to put all the information you need on the website, as well as the Facebook page, YouTube page, Twitter, and everything. You can follow us. We want to say thank you for being here with us. And
The one more.
she said, and God bless you.
Before you do that, Mr. Anderson, I want to share very quickly that the Multicultural Community Family Services is not only about rental assistance program.
Yeah.
We're a community-based organization providing an array of programs and services to support our community.
Okay, name some of the programs.
Well, some of our programs include our community health program, and our community health program has within it several subsets. One is our licensed home care program, where we work with seniors and individuals who are intellectually and developmentally challenged. We provide services in their homes to support them with their activities of daily living. We are also a licensed home health organization, and we send out nurses and LPN, certified nurse aides, and RN to support patients in their homes. We also work with older youth between the ages of 18 and 24 who, for whatever reason, have not completed high school, do not have the high school diploma. We support them in preparing to take their GED test so that they can get the high school diploma. We also support them in finding employment. We are a workforce development center for immigrant youth, and we work with them as well to get another type of credentialing known as the customer service credentialing. So that is a critical program here.
Anything have to do with immigration?
We actually do. We support residents within our community and provide baseline immigration support services. Those services include helping individuals who already have the green card to prepare and successfully take the citizenship exam and pass it. We also provide some support, baseline support, because we're a community-based organization, in helping immigrants complete their application for permanent residency, or help to support them in completing their application for family members that they are looking to come and join them. We are also a community pantry, and our pantry is known as the Calabash, with food. And what we do at our pantry, not only do we offer generalized food for the community, but we also offer immigrant appropriate, immigrant specific, immigrant targeted foods, from cassava leaf to fufu to farina, sardine, corned beef. All of those things are here. Our pantries are open on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And we are open to all residents in Delaware County and Philadelphia. So if you know of anyone who is facing food insecurity and you think we can be a support, please let us know or send them to us.
All right. So thank you very much, Mr. Dr. Mara. That was very good. Now for the audience, if you watch the commercial, you will see the pantry, the program they did with the serving food. We have that part of the commercial. You will see her outside there running around and giving people the food and all of that. So I want to say thank you. Multicultural Family Services are complete one of our major sponsors for the Liberian Radio and Television Network. So we want you to follow us, continue watching, share the video, let somebody know that there's a system on your help is already here. All you got to do is just to show up, come and apply. Whether you're put out and you're living with somebody, she just explained to you. We're going to run the tape all day for people to